Hey, we're sitting here with Gary from Century Chimney, and we're talking safety and the need to have inspections in your chimney to keep your house safe.
Right.
How, can you maybe talk a little bit about that? Like, how often should you have it done? What do they do when they come out?
Yeah, absolutely. First, let's talk about the insurance we have, because a lot of companies don't. We do have general liability insurance for a rather large amount, and it never happens, but, knock on Formica.
Sure.
It never happens, but should anything get damaged on the property, it'll be taken care of. Yeah. And then we have workers' compensation insurance as well. And some companies will tell you they have it, but they don't. We can provide documentation for all of those things. So for the safety of the inside of the chimney and keeping the chimney safe there, we look for blockages in the fireplace. We look for blockages in the furnace chimney as well. There's a CO gas that comes out of gas appliances, hot water heaters, as well as gas furnaces.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And if they're not venting properly, there can be some issues there with safety.
That's really neat to hear, Gary, because when I was hearing safety, I'm thinking you're making sure the chimney's not going to start a chimney fire and all that. But even I would have never even thought about things like, the venting of other, other things in my house, basically.
Right. And CO is a colorless, odorless gas, silent killer. So, we look at that as well. And it's not just blockages, but is the flue liner sized properly for the gas appliance, as well as for the chimney, and we can solve all those problems. We do run a camera inside all of the fireplace chimney flue liners, and we can inspect for cracks, for separations between the liner. Every 2 feet there's an orange clay tile stacked on top of the next one. The mortar wears out between them, the liners themselves crack. We can catch all of that on our ChimScan units, our chimney cameras. They're built like a tank, so
so you can bang around if they have to.
And they only break every now and then. We have to send them in for repairs now and then, but we can find all that stuff.
Hey, curious, how often should that be done? Let's say I just had it done this year, and everything checked out okay. Do I need to get that done next year or 2 years? I mean, what do you recommend?
The National Chimney Sweeps Guild or the Chimney Safety Institute of America would recommend annually.
Okay.
If you're not using your fireplace, of course, you don't need an inspection.
Sure.
You're still going to need an inspection on the exterior of the chimney and your gas appliance flues. It's a good idea to check those. So my answer, I'm going to stick with what they say. It's a good idea to have your chimney and fireplace and furnace flues inspected annually.
Okay. One last question for you. So let's say I look up my chimney and I see a raccoon staring at me, and that's got me safety-wise. I'm worried about myself getting ripped up. Do you guys handle that? Like, what do I do?
Yes, we do animal removal.
Okay, all right.
And it's humane animal removal, and we don't trap anything, but we can get them out. And then we can get a cap on top of your chimney so they don't come back. And to answer your question specifically about what do you do if you see the raccoon up there, they're fairly tame animals. Don't do anything except pick up the phone and call Century Chimney, and we'll get out there for you.
Hey, if you're watching, take a look up your chimney right now, just in case you might see a couple little eyes staring back. But or if you just want your chimney checked out, and you should once a year, like Gary mentioned, contact centurychimney.com and set up an appointment. They'd be happy to do it. Thanks for watching.